Hello, students. So these are topic tests that Bodhee Prep has brought for you. The idea for these topic tests is that once you've covered the basic concepts of a topic, you can give this test to check your test readiness. Once you do give a test, you can look at the video related to that test, where we analyze the test and give you an idea of what could have been a good attempt, what is the time that you should spend on the test, and the questions. And if you do like the test, find it useful, there are more than 200 such topic tests available, spread over almost 40-50 topics of QA on our Android app. So the link of the app is in the description of this video. So make sure to download the app and use those tests. Next, this video is on number system. The topic is properties of numbers. This is test number 4 for this topic. Overall analysis for the test would be level of difficulty moderate. See, most of the tests would lie in that range. Some of them might be a little easier, some of them might be a little difficult, but most of these tests would be in that moderate range, as Cat has been asking. A good attempt would be 5 to 6 questions, net correct. And this test, I think the attempt time will be higher. It should ideally be, or it might actually go beyond 25 minutes. So because there are cases that are formed in some cases, and that takes time. If we look at the questions, question number 1. One says Lakshman was asked to add a certain number of consecutive natural numbers starting from 1. By mistake, he forgot to add one number and obtained the sum as 1350. The number that he forgot to add. Now, the sum of the first n natural numbers is given by n into n plus 1 by 2. Ideally, if nothing had happened, he would have gotten the result using this. But since Lakshman missed a number, he would have gotten a sum which is less than the actual sum. Now, what we try to do is try to find out the value of n, where n into n plus 1 upon 2 will be close to 1350. Or the product of two numbers, consecutive numbers, n into n plus 1, should be double cross multiplying 2 to 1350 will be 2700. I take the root of 2700. 2700 will be about 52 square. It will be around 52 approximately. So what I'm saying is, if we put n as 52 and find the sum of numbers from 1 to 52, we'll get 52 into 53 by 2. Here I've kept n as 52. 52 into 53 by 2 will come out to 52 into 53. 52 into 53, just multiply and check. 1065 2756 by 2 will be 1378. The if we were adding numbers from 1 to n or 1 to 52, we would have gotten the sum as 1378, but Lakshman got it as 1350. The difference is 28. That means while adding, he missed 28 and therefore got the sum as 1350. That becomes the answer. Actually, this question is an easy question, because all we have to do is put the formula for sum of natural numbers and get a approximate number where value that n can take, and from there we can get the answer in maybe 1 or 2 tries. For the annual day celebrations in a school, 9 different cultural activities were organized. For operational reasons, the teacher of class 5 ensured the number of students from her class taking part in each of the 9 activities was the same. It was observed that each student from class 5 took part in exactly 5 or none of the cultural activities. Each student, if there are a total of 61 students in class 5, the minimum number of students of that class who did not participate in any cultural activity is, in any of the cultural activity is 9 cultural activities. Exactly 5. For students from our class taking part in each of the 9 cultural same. Now suppose the number of students taking part in each activity from the class. Taking part in each activity from the class is n. There are 9 activities, so 9n. Sorry, is n. There are 9 activities, so total participation or total points of participation will be 9n. Participation will be 9n. Also, each student who's taking part took part in 5 activities. Suppose we say that X students out of, or X students took part in activities, then each of them took part in 5 activities, so total participation will be 5x. Now 9n should be equal to 5x. Total number of students participating in activities and activities in which number of students participated should be equal. So a solution for this will be, we can keep n as 5 or x as 9. N as 10 multiple of 5, in which case this will be 18 and so on. The maximum value that this can take less than 61 is 54, a multiple of 9. N has to be multiples of 9. Because total number of students is 64, 61, the maximum value that X can take is 54. In which case, the number of students who would not have participated in any of the test or any of the activity will be 61 minus 54, which is 7. When the participants is maximum, the people not participating will be minimum. So this becomes our answer 7. Now, in terms of level of difficulty, I would say this is a moderate level of difficulty question. But once you figure out that we just have to find possible solutions for 9n is equal to 5x, becomes easy, or at least solving time will not be high. X has to be a number of student participating, has to be a multiple of 9, because in each activity all the students are participating, or same number of students are participating. The multiple of 9 less than 61 is 54. So the rest of them are not participating in any activity. If the average of n consecutive numbers is 3 times the smallest of these consecutive numbers, and the difference between the second largest smallest number is 59. Difference between the second largest and smallest. If the smallest number is n, the second largest number is 59 plus n. Have n consecutive numbers. So the largest number is 60 plus n. One more than the second largest number, and therefore the average of these numbers will be the average of the first and last number, that is 60 plus n plus n by 2. 60 plus n plus n by 2 will be the average. So this will come out to the central number 60 plus 2n by 2, which is 30 plus n. This is the average of the numbers. The question says if the average of n consecutive numbers is 3 times the smallest number, so the average is thrice the smallest number, so 3 into n, which means 2n is equal to 30, n is equal to 50. Smallest number is 15. Find the sum of these numbers. So basically we have to find the sum of numbers from 15 to 75. 15, 60 plus n. So the number of numbers here will be 61. 75, 45, 61. From n plus 0 to n plus 60, 61 numbers. And this will be a arithmetic progression with a difference of 2. So the sum will be n by 2 into first term plus last term. N will be 61 by 2 into 15 plus 40, 75 is 90. So 61 into 45. 61 into 45 will be 45 into 6, which will be 6 for 24, 2700 plus 2745. The sum of the numbers will be 2745. Again, I'd say conceptually easy question. Calculation might take some time, but again, an overall easy question could be done in about 2 minutes time. A is the set of first 100 natural numbers, 1 to 100. What is the minimum number of elements that should be picked from A to ensure that at least one pair of numbers whose difference is 10 is picked? So what we do is we start picking numbers from 1 until we reach a number where the difference is about to get 10. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Now, if I pick any of the next 10 numbers, the difference between two numbers will be 10. So I will not pick any number from 11 to 10. 11 to 20, I'll start with 21. So 21, 22, 23, and so on till 30. Again, none of these numbers will have a difference of 10. If we pick 31, 21 and 31 will have a difference of 10. So that entire series goes out. We will start with 40. From 31 to 40 goes out. We'll start with 41, 42, 43, and so on till 50. The series of 51 to 60 goes out. We'll pick numbers from 61 to 70. 71 to 80 goes out. 81 to 90. Or the other half. So basically, we can pick that should ensure that at least one pair of numbers with difference is 10. If we pick these 10, 10, 10, 10, 10, 10. If we pick these 50 numbers, there is a possibility that there might not be any two numbers which have a difference of 10. But if we pick any one extra number, that number will have a difference of 10 from one of the existing numbers. Therefore, once we have picked up 51 numbers, we can be sure there is at least one pair whose difference picked is 10. And that becomes a minimum number of elements to be sure that the difference is 10. This is pretty similar to the number of the question where we have to pull out four black gloves, five white gloves. What is the minimum number so that to ensure that at least one of them is black, one of them is white, something like that. So I think a moderate level of difficulty, not more than 2 minutes to solve the question. If n is a natural number, then the greatest integer less than or equal to 5 plus root 19. Now, what we will need to do is first of all get the value of root 19. Root 19 will lie between root 19 will lie between 4 and 5. To be precise, root 19 would be 4.3. 43 into 43 basically we'll try to do. 43 into 43 will be 9, 12, 4 to 1849. So 4.3 square is equal to 18.49 square, 18.49, and 4.4 square is equal to 18.49. 4.4 square is 44 square, which is 6. Carry forward 1, 4, 16, 32, 1, 7. Sorry, 4, 44 into 44. 4, 4 and 16, 6, 1. To the 16, 32 plus 1, 33, 3, carry forward 9, 193, 19.36. So the square root of 19 will lie between 4.3 and 4.4. Approximately, we can say 4.35 raised to power n. Now, if n is 1, a natural number, this will become, suppose we say x is equal to this, x will become 9.35. The natural number, greatest integer less than or equal to 9.35 is 9, which is odd. If we put n is equal to 2, we are trying to find out the square of 9.35. 9.35 square will be, we have to find this square, 9.35, 9.35. Visual 5 is 25, 5 carry forward 2, 15, 7, 4, 6, 7, 5 into 3 will be 5, 1, 0, 1, 2, 8, 0, 5 into 9 will be 5, carry forward 4 and 27, 1, 3, 30, 84. So 5, 2, 2, 12, 13, 4, 1, so 87.4225. So 9.35 square will approximately be 87.4. Again, the greatest integer less than equal to x square will be 87, which is odd. So whether n is even or odd, the output from here will be odd. Again, I'm putting values in solving. I'm not able to figure out how we'll get the answer for this otherwise. But again, not a very bad idea because we have the calculator. So I'm saying this is a difficult question. If you try to solve this, putting values and solving might give you an answer in about 2.5 minutes. Use the calculator for this as far as I'm concerned. What is the largest possible value of a plus b plus c where a, b, c are positive integers and ab plus bc plus CA is equal to ABC. Divide the entire thing by ABC. AB by ABC plus BC by ABC plus CA by ABC. ABC by ABC is 1. AB cancel 1 by C plus 1 by A plus 1 by B is 1 by B is equal to 1. Now for three positive integers 1 by A plus 1 by B plus 1 by C is equal to 1 in three cases. One is when A, B, C are 3, 3, 3 or 4, 4, 2. 1 by 4 plus 1 by 4 is half. Half plus half is 1. Or they are 6, 3, 2. 6, 3, 2 are only the three numbers. 1, 2, 3. 1 into 2 into 3 6. 1 by 2 plus 1 by 3 plus 1 by 6 is 1. So 1, 2, 3, 6 forms that pair. 1 by 2 plus 1 by 3 plus 1 by 6 if we do, we have 5 by 6 plus 1 by 6 is also 1. So for this, there are these three solutions. We have to find the largest possible value of A plus B plus C. In this case, A plus B plus C will be 9. Here it would be 10. Here it would be 11. Hence, 11 becomes the answer. Again, I'd say this is a difficult question because unless you know the solutions, it will be very difficult to solve. If we are solving easily 3.5 minutes to actually find the solution for the first time. A number n is equal to 5x into 5 raised to power x into y is the product of 20 consecutive 3-digit numbers. 20 consecutive 3-digit numbers. If x and y are positive integers, what is the maximum possible value of x? We have to maximize the power of 5. So first of all, we look at the 3-digit number which has the highest power of 5. 5 into 5 is 25 into 125 into 5 is 625. Beyond this is we will not have a 3-digit number. So let the first number of the product be 625. This is 5 raised to power 4. We are looking at 20 numbers. So the product will go on from 625. 20 numbers will be till 644. So we'll have 5 4s in 625. 630, we will have 1 5. 635, we will have 1 5. And 640, we will have 1 5. And therefore, the number of 5s overall will be 4 plus 1 5 plus 1 6 plus 1 7. And therefore, the maximum possible value of x is 7. That becomes the answer. So again, the starting point is important. Therefore, I'm saying moderate question. Once you have the starting point, you understand that 20 consecutive numbers will have maximum multiples of 25 as only 1. So all the other numbers will have power of 5 as 1. But we're looking at one number which has the maximum power of 5, which is 625. And from there, we get the answer as 7. P is equal to B square plus C square minus AB minus BD, where A, B, C, D are in that order. 4 consecutive natural numbers and A is less than B. So A is less than B, is less than C, is less than D, consecutive. So difference of 1. A plus 1 is B, B plus 1 is C, C plus 1 is D. And so on. Which of the following statements is correct for root of P? What we can do is we can put the value of A, B, C, D as 1, 2, 3, 4, 2, 3, 4, 5, 3, 4, 5, 6 and check. We will get some or the other pattern. I am trying to reduce this expression in B and C. Because we have a square of BC, I will convert everything into B and C and from there see how it works out. B square, C square. A can be written as B minus 1 because it will be 1 less than B, consecutive natural numbers. C is C, B is B, D can be written as C plus 1. This becomes B square, C square minus BC minus C minus BC. This will be minus BC plus C minus BC minus B. This becomes B square C square minus 2BC. Again, C minus B will be 1 because they are consecutive numbers. This is nothing but BC plus 1, BC minus 1 whole square. This is nothing but BC minus 1 whole square. B square C square minus 2BC into 1 plus 1. BC minus 1 whole square. So the value of P is BC minus 1 whole square. So root of P will be nothing but root of BC minus 1 whole square. Root and square cancel, therefore BC minus 1. Now if you look at A, B, C, D and put values as 1, 2, 3, 4, in this case it will be 3 2s are 6 minus 1, 5. If you put values 2, 3, 4, 5, it will be 4 3 12 minus 1, 11. If we put 3 4 5 3 4 5 6, 4 5 is 20 minus 1, 19. 4 5 6 7, 5 6 is 30 minus 1, 29. It is going fine till now. 5 6 7 8. 6 into 7 will be 42 minus 1, 41. 6 7 8 9. 8 7 is 56 minus 1, 55. Till now, we are also getting primes. This is not a prime. The root of p is always prime. Not true. Can be rational or irrational. It will never be irrational. BC minus 1. Always irrational. No. Is a rational number, though not necessarily prime. The only problem with this question, if we are putting values, we might not go till 6, 7, 8, 9. And we might think of it as being a prime number, which is not the case. And therefore, I'm saying moderate level of question. But if we are able to rearrange the given expression, the question then becomes decently easy. So 2.5 odd minutes to solve should be good enough. Amir wrote down the squares of the first and natural numbers in his notebook. He then erased one of the numbers written by him and found that the sum of the numbers remaining in the notebook was 1432. Sum of squares, with the square of which of the following numbers was erased by Amit. Now, the sum of squares of the first n natural numbers is given by n into n plus 1 into 2n plus 1 by 6. We are looking at a sum of 1432. Clearly, the sum would lie somewhere n, or the value of n should be somewhere around 20 maybe, because the first number is 1, then 4, then 9, 20 is 400, 20 square. So if we add the numbers 400, 300, 300, this will actually cross. Let me check for n is equal to 15. Again, just to get an idea where it is going, we could also factorize this and try to solve. But I think hit and trial works kind of best. So what if n is equal to 15? What will be the sum of the first 15 natural numbers? 15 into 16 into 31 by 6. 5, 3, 2, 8. 40 into 31. 31 into 40 will be 4 12. 1240. 1240 does not work. What if n is equal to 16? 1240, just add the square of 16 to it. Square of 16 is 256. So the sum of squares will be 1296. 1496. Adding 256 to this. This has crossed 1432. So if the square still 15 had been written, the total would have been 1240. Erasing a number will not take it to 1320. But the squares still 16 have been written. So the sum would have been 1496. But it is 1432. That means 1496 minus 1432, which is 64, has been removed. The square of which of the following number has been removed? 64 or 8 square has been removed from the numbers to get a value of 1432. Why did we choose 15? Because it's a round number, in the sense calculating the value is not very difficult. From here, we'll get some idea as to where we are going, and we could have taken a further numbers. For us, we were able to get it in 2 steps. Again, that's an easy question. Even if you miss the initial point by a few numbers, it is not very difficult to jump and reach. So check for 15, check for 20, check for 25. You get one starting point. Then it is maximum 2 or 3 deviations, and we get the answer. So 2.5 minutes, but certainly something that can be done in the exam. How many times would 0 be used while writing all natural numbers from 1 to 63 in binary system? 1 to 63 in binary system. 64 in binary system will be 1, 2, 4, 8, 16, 32, 64. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 4, 8, 16, 32, 64. So the numbers will be 6-digit numbers. 1-digit number, 2-digit number, 3-digit number, 1, 2, 3, 4-digit number, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5-digit number, and 6-digit number. These could be the cases. While writing 1-digit number, the only number that we'll write is 1. Also, for each of them, the first digit will be 1. For writing two-digit numbers, we will use 10. So the numbers will be 10 and 11. While writing two-digit numbers, we could have 00, 01, 10 and 11. So basically, 1, 2, 3, 4. The total digits used will be 4 into 2. Half of them will be zeros. So how do we calculate that? Because there are two outcomes here. Or if we look at the numbers that are written, 1 is written here, 2 and 3 are written here. The numbers in decimal that are written in this with 1 in the hundreds place or whatever third place is numbers from 4 to 7. Here the numbers are from 8 to 15. Here the numbers are from 16 to 32. Here the numbers are from 33, sorry, 16 to 31. And here the numbers will be from 32 to 63. Here there were two numbers written and there was one slot, and therefore total number of numbers in this slot will be 2 into 2, 2 into 1. Two numbers, one empty blank, half of which will be zeros. In this case, there are four numbers written, 4, 5, 6, 7. For these four numbers, two slots are to be filled. So 4 into 2, 8 digits will be required. Half of them will be 2, half of them will be 1. So four zeros here. In this case, 8 to 15. 8 to 15, there are 8 numbers and there are 3 slots. So 8 into 3, 12. 8 into 3, 24 slots have to be filled. 3 slots for each number. Half of them will be 0, so 12. Here there are 16 numbers, 16 to 31. There are 4 slots to be filled. So each total digits to be filled is 16 into 4. Half of them have to be zeros. So 32. Here there are 32 numbers. There are 5 slots to be filled for each number. Half of them have to be zeros. So 160 upon 2, 80. So if we add them, 80, 32, 112, 12. 112, 114, 124, 128, 129. So the number of ones required is 129. Again, unless you are very comfortable with base system, this would be a difficult question to solve. Even if you understand base system and the idea of permutation combination to some extent, then this is a question that might be looked at in the exam. Otherwise, something that you should leave. In any case, about 3 minutes is easily this question will eat up. Overall, if you look at the paper, as I said initially, medium level of difficulty, 5 to 6 questions net attempt would be a good attempt. And if I had to choose questions for myself, the easier ones that I would do in a test, in a timed test to get a 95 percentile, my choice will be 1, 2, 3, 4, 9. Which are these questions? 1, 2, 3, 4, and 9. We'll always do this question just putting in the formula and getting a value. I would have done this as well. A basic concept of the total being equal on both sides. Would have done this one as well. Basic application of average and the actually average was good enough here. I don't know. Again, this is also a counting question, so would have done this question as well. This could be difficult in the exam. I would not easily pick up a question like this because there is root 19, there is a value n, then there is greatest integer function, so 2, 3 concepts involved. This question, unless you are very, we actually know the solution, it is difficult of 1 by a plus 1 by b plus 1 by c. Solving it in itself is difficult. This could have been counted, but again, you have to be very sure of the starting point being 625. If we miss that, the question goes away. This question also, there is a very good chance if you're using values, you will get this question wrong and mark the answer. So not counting this question as an attempt question. Should have done this basic formula, put in the value, get the answer. This, I think, is a good question. Unless you are comfortable with binary, this is not something that should be attempted. So if I had to get my 5 questions net correct, I'll do 1, 2, 3, 4, 9, and you would understand getting these 1, 2, 3, 4, 9 would not take 22 minutes. These will probably be done in 12 to 13 minutes. The rest 12 minutes or 13 minutes is to attempt the rest of the questions and understand whether we can get something out of those questions or not. So that would be my attempt for this test.